Greetings, Welcome, we're back from Derail Valley. Don't really have too much planned today, besides probably a lot more shunting, because that's all you do. Just gotta earn some money, gotta earn a lot of money. That's kind of the main goal, really. So, yeah, let's go over to our ad spot, and then I guess jump right over to Derail, shall we? We can print your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, that's what he does. It's custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts for my mocks and a lot of other creators' mocks. Check them out, www.printprints.com. Take a look around, it's Barbara's Worry. And yeah, enjoy that, and let's go over to Derail, shall we? Oh, there it goes. Alright, sweet. Okay, so I think we were doing shunting last time. I need to reorganize this for but second time. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. This might be worth it. No. This is just sawmill. There's like 2 of those. Oh, it really wants me to take that. That was just sawmill? Interesting. Let's go back to steel mill. Steel mill. Oh, steel mill for another time. Oh, wait. Steel mill again. Oh, how about another steel mill? This is ore refinery. It's 40K. Farm. Always gotta love them big farm jobs. This is another shunting job. That's probably well worth it. 15K? No, because we put a 16 down as a no. 18 is a no. 16 is a no. Iron Mine West is another big expensive one. Machine Factory in Town, another big expensive one. There's a big expensive one too, right there. Whew, 80 something thousand. Coal power plant. The only one we probably can't do is this guy right here. All of our refinery so much out of the way compared to everything else, unless we... Let's see, where are we coming out at? We're coming out of steel mill, aren't we? Steel mill and farm. So yeah, if we go to farm, we could probably like back or go into oil refinery, drop, and then come back down into coal power plant. Yeah, I think we'd be backing up into it. Okay. Well, we'll think on that. I think I already have some cars attached. Hold on, I just gotta figure out what the heck they are. What is this in my hand? This is that. Actually, go back up here. Okay, let's grab this, this, and this. Okay, let's go figure out what's going on outside here. Alright, what's happening over here? We are dunked into a cut of cars. It looks like it's not that one. It looks like it's... Nope, not that one either. This one. Yep, 43. Okay. So, shunting drop-offs. So, it looks like we're going to take this one to unload it. What's going on here? Why is there like more cars? Was I connecting up to some things? Or was I dropping off some things? Nope, dropping off. Yeah, this is a dead cut of cars. Okay. Alright. So it looks like I need to turn on my DH4s and get to bringing that over to the drop-off point. Alright. Looks like things have been really reset. Okay. I must have paid a bunch of fees on stuff or something for things to get so reset. Alright. There we go. Okay, so this is dead. Okay. Which means I gotta run over and find my DE2 that has a charging plate on it and get this charged up real fast. Because it is, yeah, it's the middle of the night. Daytime isn't coming anytime soon. That job is still just sitting there. Well, can you guess which one is the one we need? Yep, hi there, bright shining lights. Here, let's put you down real quick. Charge up. I really need to organize all my DE2. So many. Alright. Go, full charge, sweet. Reverse? No, wouldn't it be forward? I don't know which way they're facing. Okay. Hold on. I need to figure out which way my train is facing. That way I can start getting it going here. Oh, come on. Let me up and over. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this is such a far way across here. Just get my train. Just behind the roundhouse here. Alright, so... yeah, okay. So, what is forward? Forward is reverse, okay. Oh yeah, you're making weird noises again, aren't you? Forgot about that you're making weird noises. You're like bugging out. Alright, well this is gonna be un momento while this goes around here. Where is the switch stand at? Oh, switch stand's right there. Okay. Okay, and this is the end car. Oh, that was... okay, there's something there on the side of the car that got me hung up for a moment. Okay, go ahead and no throttle, and... oop. And brake. I should actually probably hit the switch first before... there it is. Before having it pull forward. Alright. Okay, pull forward. And we should be heading off, hopefully, into the unloading track side of things. Okay. So that's set. That's set. And yeah, that's all set. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we're all good. Come around here. I'm gonna give it a little more beans. So it comes around just a little faster. Actually, is there any place that I want to be? Fortunately, it doesn't look like any ladders are on these tower cranes, so I can't get up into those. I can just barely see it over there moving. Oh, I think there's some steel rolls coming around the corner. Where is the front end of me train? Okay, what speed is it going at right now? Okay, that's probably plenty of speed. Ah, there's the skateboard. I can just barely see that. And it just squirreling its way through the yard. That's fine. Yeah, bring it over here to the unload track. There we go. Alright, and just gotta make sure it's past this. And then we gotta go claim our job and start doing some unloading. How much money is in my wallet? 218,000. Hope it won't make us pay some fees. Hopefully for just all the shunting, we can just do it. Without needing to repair or restore anything. Okay, and that looks like break time. Alright, let's go claim this job. Make some quick cash here. Because the faster we can do these jobs, the faster we can earn money. And it seems like... how much is this job? 36. This will probably end us up at around 50k, I think. Okay. Are you going to allow me to take it? Oh, you are. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Quickly run back and let's get this thing unloaded. And then figure out where everything needs to be dropped off at. Oh, the unload thing is way down there. We have to be so far away. Alright, unload. Boom. Train is fully unloaded. Alright, sweet. So, couple unload D7L. Okay, G2S, that's where the first bit goes. G7S and D2S. D2S, this is D yard, isn't it? Or is this not D yard? Hold on. Nope, this is D yard. Okay. So, what all needs to come with us? 877, so one flat. Alright. Alright, go ahead and go forward, I guess. Just pull that over, and then we'll slap that over into this yard, which is D2S. Which is right there, okay. Right where we had it previously, okay. That works out. Makes things easier. It's all the same. Thank you. Okay. Need that much throttle. Jeez. Okay, switch stands right there. And let's see here. Go ahead, brake right about now. Perfect. Notch one, brake off. Forward we go. You just have to be careful about dunking this into that siding. I wonder if that's waiting for like a couple of the cuts from the steel mill here to actually become like a full job itself. Alright. These DH4s today are feeling quite peppy. Okay, just slowly in and just dunk into it. And then we'll just push it as we get the rest of our train into here. Like, nope, too much. Alright, perfect. Yep, that's a very angry squeal. And go ahead and break there. Thank you. Okay, where is the wheel at? There it is. Okay, and forward, that's one. There we go. Okay, there's like a little sideboard area for me to stand here. Go back. Oh yeah, you do weird things, that's right. Stop that. Okay, and then now we got that one done. Yep, step G2S and G7S next. Alright. Let's go collect the rest of our train and go over to G Yard. Which thankfully isn't too far away. Is the other steel products there in G Yard? Yes, or are those empties? Those are empties. Hold on. Yeah, okay, we are going really fast. Alright, and reverse, notch one, break off. Collect our cars and go over to the G-Yard. And then I gotta figure out where our other set of steel... Why are you bugging out so bad? He's having, like, such an extreme heart attack. Oop. Okay. We're going plenty fast here. Come in nice and gently so we don't break anything and cause more death to myself like I've constantly done to myself. Okay, nice and easy, and yeah, let's go ahead and let off. 5 is fine. Blink. Okay, why is that acting weirdly stiff? There we go, come on. Wait, oh, come on. There we go, thank you. Alright. I'll head forward. I kind of like the gray of the like center drops. It's like my favorite one. Looks so neat. I don't know why. I kind of just really like that color. Color looks well on center drops. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. There we go. Okay, go ahead and turn off throttle. Going back at a good enough clip. Here, past this switch stand right here, we can go ahead and start hitting some brake. Okay, get that swapped over. And then reverse. There we go. Alright, G2S. I have a feeling G2S is over to the right here, because that's where my first set of cars goes, right? Yeah, G2S, and then the rest goes in the G7S. You can claim that chunk of money. Okay, I already believe that that goes that way. Yeah, G2S is right there. It's not that one. That one. Then it should be the gray, the brown, and the first black. Okay. Okay, go ahead and turn that off. Gray, brown, and the first black. Go ahead and start slowing down. Perfect. There we go. Brake wheel set. Oop, other way. There we go. Okay, now we need to go over to G7S, which is way over there. Okay. That one. So that one, and then I just need to hit that switch right there. Wow, yeah, G7S way off to the one side. Okay, brakes there. Perfect. Blink. And all ahead. Full. I feel like I need to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good now. Trying to hold that in until I can hit the mute button. I accidentally hit the volume thing though. I don't think I've ruined anything. It's probably perfectly fine where it's at. Yep, G7S. Right into here. Alright, there we go. Handbrake on. Disconnect. Oop, nope, that. Disconnect. Thank you. Alright, sweet. Go collect some money. I gotta figure out where the next cut of cars is at. So not over there. They're off somewhere else. Alright, there we go. Perfect. And what's the bonus there? A little above 50,000. Sweet. Okay, where's next? This guy. Where did I put that one? Okay, go ahead and pull forward notch one, break off, pull at least out of there. Just see rain? Oh, yep. Yep, I do see a little bit of rain. Fantastic. Okay, is it over here? It is over here. Okay. I had a feeling it was. Hello? DH Force? Where are you? There they are. Okay, so that should be straight. Yep. And then we want this one. Straight, 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 and then in. Okay, yep, that works. Cool. And 32 is too fast. But that's just fine for getting around that switch. Alright. That's set up. Reverse, please. Throttle one, break off. Come down this way to collect the next job. Because, yeah, this will be probably just under 50,000. And this will be probably just like right under or on 50,000 as well, too. I wonder why they always have 3 drop-offs for the steel rails. It only has 2. Methane. I don't think that's over here on this side of things. We didn't see it over in G. I don't think it's over there either. It's gotta be back here somewhere? Okay, 28 is plenty of speed. Let's go ahead and start dropping some speed here. Okay, about there, and yep, start breaking up. And doink. Perfect. Alright, and scroll wheel that. There we go. Forward. There we go. Because there's a gravel load. That's not enough tankers. Is this one? Are you? Is it you? 99. Oh yeah, 99. It is. This is it right here. Okay. Found it. Yeah, we'll have to move this cut of farm stuff out of the way so we can get to that. Or honestly, probably just connect the two together. It's probably what it'd be in the end, actually. I don't know, I'd probably make things most easiest. Just not even care that the farm stuff is even attached. Just drag it with us. as we unload the tankers. Alright, and that's methane, so I guess I got unloaded back that way. Alright, brakes. Probably about now. Ops radio, doink that over. And go ahead, oop, wrong throttle, reverse, doink. There we go. Okay, and the only thing I gotta fix is that guy right there. Now that should be clear to pull through all the way into the loading unloading area. Alright. Coming along at a decent clip, but not too fast right now. Wonder, are rails heavier? Must be. So you're not moving along too fast, or it might be just the rain too. Alright. And come past into loading, and then I shall go collect my job and get this started. Okay, and get ready for brakes. A little bit of brake. And all the brake. Perfect. Alright, let's go collect this job then, shall we? Get it quickly unloaded, and then drop everything into its places. Okay, are you gonna allow me to take this one now, or are we starting to get... Nope, still not angry. Alright. Maybe shuntings are just always not angry. It's actually like freight orders where it gets more angry. Okay, G7S, G1S, G6S. Okay, all G yard. All right, that actually makes things a lot easier. This thing's still way down here. If I ever did a mod, it would be to put this like more up that towards that end. Cause oh boy, does it take a while to walk over to this. Alright, I guess now it's unloaded, we can go ahead and go pull forward, notch one, brake off, and head on over into G yard here. can I... There's like a little bit of a foot plate. There we go. I can stand on. Ain't much, but it's good enough for... Hold on, I'm gonna sit here and wait for me to pass by the switches that I need. Okay, and yellow car is at the front, which means that this is probably the first cut. Yeah, you don't have a number on this end, so I can't tell. The first one goes into G7S. That's like at least easy because that's where the last cut went. G7S, G1S, G6S. Alright. Okay, let's not think about it too much for the moment until I can confirm numbers. Okay, that off. And we are coming in close here, so I'll go ahead and start probably turning on some brake here. Oh, okay. We are past the switch stand. Okay, reverse, notch 1. Train brake off. I'm just gonna confirm some numbers real fast. What are you? You are 205, okay. And 205 does need to go into D7S, alright. Okay, it's these first two. First four? 1, 2, 3, 4, you. Okay, 552, yep, okay, that is correct. I now need to get to G7S here and control how these cars come into here so we're not ruining anything. Okay, I am plenty far enough. Okay, 20 is more than plenty fast enough. Start slowing down a lot here. There we go. Right at 4. That's perfect. Doink. Hit the throttle, and then I need to have this push through until 4 of these cars come in, right? Yep. 4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and that's number 4 right there. Okay, sweet. So at least we do have a brake wheel on the last car. Alright, there we go. That's that too. After G7S is G1S. So we have to back out. Way out, alright. Oh, wrong way. Forward, throttle 1, brake off. There we go. And go ahead and stop right about there. Comms radio this way. Okay, not you. G1S, which is right over here. Alright. reverse, throttle one, brake off. Alright, bring the next two in. We'll get this unloaded. Claim my money. And then we can work on getting the farm stuff and all that hooked up, and then just take those tankers and unload them. Alright, that's plenty fast. Yum. And brake. Oh, there is no brake wheel on this side. Okay, run down here. Of course, the brake wheel for both of you is like both there. Alright. Forward, that. Brake off. And then lastly, it is G6S, which is this one right here. There we go. And brake there. Should be plenty past the switch. Do and come right on back. There we go. Honestly, this is so shoved back so far, we probably don't even need to hit any of those train cars by the time we get this in there. It's only just a single car that we're just dunking into this side. That's 22 is plenty enough speed. Perfect. Oop, I don't need alts. There we go. Doop. Doop. Oh, okay, that's getting disconnected first then, I guess. I want the air hose, jeez. Alright, brakes on. Go ahead and... Oop. Not that. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta go claim this order. Let that move out so that we can get ready to go grab the tankers and everything. And done. Oh, 47,000. Alright, what is going on here? This is all crapload more like mini jobs to steel mill. I don't think we're gonna take any of those if we're gonna do steel mill. We're just gonna do those ones. So many of those logistics halls. They're just a bunch, like a zillion, like tiny jobs. Do they add up? Sure, but we're not getting any bonuses out of them, so not like worth it as much to me. Okay, that's far enough. Break there. Go. Okay. That is now backing up. I need it to back up into the farm stuff, which is also where the tanker is at. Yep, that is correct. That is still coming back. Okay, I don't think I have enough time. I think I need to focus on this. I guess maybe I had technically enough time, but I more rather pay attention to this so we don't wreck anything. And aren't causing more debts to myself. All right, there we go. Oh, ow. Oop, that's not what I want. I want the big metal loop. There we go. Okay, grab onto the farm stuff, and then the farm stuff. I would like to grab onto the tanker stuff. Okay, and this needs to go down. And that should all be good. All right, let's go ahead and pull this back. SU-99. SU-99. Oh yeah, you're still making weird noises. You need to be like re-railed or something. Is your body and your spirit like in two different locations? And by spirit, I'm more meaning like hitbox or whatever the rendering location object would be. Just to cause it to be like that. Alright, yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute for that to back up. One hot minuto. Okay, yep. Keep going. Well past that switch. I need to get you to get past that switch over there. Two drop-offs. I just kind of hope they're not in D way over there. That they're just in E, or maybe I'll accept G. Easiest would be over here. But I don't even know if I have enough tracks area for that. This is gonna take a while to get past that switch over there. So we can get into the chemical unloading area. Or the hazmat unloading area. Alright, probably can start slowing down? Yeah. change that. Okay, all braked up. Alright. And go ahead and pull forward, and we'll get you into the unloading loading track. Which... okay. I gotta hit that one first, that way. And then this one. E3L. Alright. And we just gotta sit here and wait for that to make its round. Gonna definitely take a hot minute. When did you end up there? I thought you were on that other track. Maybe I'm wrong? Can't quite remember. Oh wait, no, we pulled the other cut out of here. That must have been that cut that was with you. Okay. Maybe I slightly remember. Yeah, you're incoming, inbound. That's S for shunting, I think. Okay, so all we're waiting on is these tankers to get past this sign. And I can run over and get this job going. Let's see how fast we can earn, how much we can earn. Trade value 0.56 million, so 56,000 is the current estimated train value. Okay, throttle off. See the farm stuff right there. Waiting and watching. And there we go. All right, let's go get this one started here. There's a far way over here. Also, this is an interesting area for restaurant, like promenade stuff. See the boats coming in. I mean, it's fun. That's definitely like really fun. Yeah, see here, eat lunch and watch boats do their thing. Yeah, shunting must just not matter. But if I'm gonna take any of the actual hauling jobs, I'm sure then it's gonna matter that I pay off my debts or fees or whatever. Okay, couple. Oop, we skipped a few steps there. Don't know why it skipped so many pages. Okay, yep, C3L, exactly where we need to be. I need to get down here. And unload. Okay, a couple G2S, D5S. Okay. Of course you want to uncouple in like the most painful areas possible. Question, what is first? It's okay, CGS 314. Okay, 314, and that is on G. Okay, so we gotta go over to the G yard. Alright. Break off. Forward throttle. We gotta pull way out of here. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna go sit up G-yard here. So we can just get over into G-yard as quick as we can. Okay, yep, this is the one, so that one right there. That one, nope, nope, we're already set for G-yard, alright, perfect. And then G2S, okay. Yeah, I just need to hit this guy, right? Yep, that's it. Alright, cool. What are you doing, locomotive? You are still pulling out of there. Okay. Are you almost done, or it's still gonna be a hot minute? Okay, yeah, you're almost done. Alright. Get this stopped here when it needs to be, which is actually like right now. Okay, dunk. There we go. Oop, not the right thing. This is what I need. Reverse, notch one. Break off. Alright, and that'll start coming to G yard. She's G2S. Next is G5S. Keep myself busy here while that is coming around. So I'll take a little while for it to come over here. Okay, and then D yard. Of course, it has to be D yard. I didn't want it to be D yard. This G and D are kind of the more annoying ones to go to. At least from that point, because they're just way over here. 5S. Okay, what is 5S at? 5S is to the right. Like that. There we go. Okay, so that should all be set and ready. We're just mostly waiting for it to come into G-yard here first. Looks like it's picking up some good speed. What are you sitting at right now? You are 18, quickly picking up into 20. All right. Cool. And how many cars need to go into? Only 4. Okay, so we cut it off with the blue car. All right. Okay. G2S, thank you. And get ready with the remote for when the tankers arrive. I think I can just barely see them right there. Is that crack? In the buildings. Okay. Throttle off. That's going the wrong way. Whoops. That's not helping anything. Okay. I'm gonna get that switched as soon as it's all past it. Okay, that should be more or less past it. Okay. That was a whoopsies. Well, there we go. Now it should be coming down into this one. Alright. It's not coming too quickly now, so we don't break anything. And once we're basically pushed into these center drops here, we'll just keep pushing back until we can see that next blue car. Okay, a little hard. Not what I was meaning to do. No damage. No damage. Okay, so we're good. And that just gets pushed away. Until we can see that blue car. Yep, that is exactly how it is. Alright. When is the blue car? There it is. And go ahead and stop there. And that one, doink, doink, doink. There we go. Alright, cool. Forward. And then let's get this last cut of 4 into their sighting. So, yep, 171. Perfect. And this into D5S. And we're at least done with these jobs. Military shouldn't have reset. So I guess it's just to start looking at the main jobs and figuring out our routing and the order of operations for starting to get our collection of our next haul together. Definitely need to go by City South, just so I can hop into the museum, pay, and get the new parts mounted. See how that goes. Also got to keep my eyes peeled at any new place I go to for a DE6 demonstrator. Okay, break there. And reverse throttle. Go. Okay, this one should be all set for G5S, G6S, D5S. All right. Alright, that's coming around. Get into position here for where I need to be, and then we... I guess with the little jobs, if I put them like all together as like one main consist, I can like collect them all at once, but the little jobs are a pain in the butt to like collect all together. I think it's best just to focus on the bigger ones. Alright, train break. And yeah, I want this to roll in here quite a bit because we have the farm stuff attached to it. You know what? Actually, yeah, keep rolling in. My bad. Then we'll disconnect everything, handbrake everything, and call that good. Okay, is that kind of better? Yeah, it's kind of better. I think it's still fouling this switch over here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that is fine. Okay. Go. Brake on. Down here. Brake on. Disconnect everything. There we go. And let's go clean this job. Then we need to start figuring out how we're collecting everything. The order of operations will be. Might be to go to the sawmill of all things first. Sawmill, hook up into steel mill. Then farm, then go to oil refinery. And then coal power plant, iron mine west, and then drop back down into machine factory in town. There we go. Another 50K into the wallet. Okay. I mean, we're getting close. But I don't think it'd be worth it to do a bunch more shunting jobs. Food factory in town, interesting. Interesting. Okay. It would be to do a bunch more jobs to try and get that 400K that we need for the last license. Yeah, those are just the DH4s. Oh. That's the Steam one. Okay. Anyways, Iron Mine West, that coal power plant, farm, steel mill, sawmill. Let's put all these little guys like over here. Like in total, it would be a good amount of money. It's just like so many little things to like pick up just everywhere. I think that's the part that doesn't excite me as much about this, is it's so many little jobs. Together it would be a lot of money. But it's just so many little jobs, and they probably have to go all into their own. Yeah, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just not going to deal with it. Okay, so probably first up on the list is sawmill. So, you know what? Not even that little guy I will take. This cut I'll take. I don't even know where that little guy is, this guy. So yeah, so we'll head down, head over to Sawmill first, and then I guess we'll head up into... Yeah, we'll head over into Steel Mill next. So what's the heaviest steel mill job? 303, 359, that's the heaviest. 359 with the butter dish cars. And it's 303. Then 235. And 168. Alright, so that's all steel mill. And we head across to the farm. It's just this guy right here. So the last one will be the machine factory in town, of course. I also need to check the military base for any machine factory in town jumps. Okay, so after that, your farm will come up through Forest Central, back into oil refinery. Back into oil refinery, then we'll come down into coal power plant. Okay, coal power plant. And then probably go up to Iron Mine West and then drop back down into Machine Factory in town. And west. Okay, 252, 504 right here. And do these two. I think that's kind of the order of operations. And I'm noticing that I've done it to where heaviest objects are behind the lighter ones. No fire trucks? Oh, okay. You just want me to do the station? I feel like I'd still need to do a fire truck anyways, though. Just not necessarily for you, but for just other people. If we're gonna do airport fire station. Like, we can focus on the station building maybe first. Actually, no. No, I probably would have to have a fire vehicle. That way I have something of size to use to know, like, the size of the doors and the bays. Unless you can actually find the blueprints. Yeah, I may need actually to do a fire vehicle anyways. Okay, machine factory town, machine factory in town, iron mine, coal power plant, oil refinery, farm. Okay, heaviest steel mills at this end. Steel mill, steel mill, steel mill, steel mill. And then, yeah, we'll get this big sawmill job. Okay. That out of the way. We got this guy to pick up first. And this little guy. I need to figure out where the heck they are. I'm going to guess they're over in this yard? Okay, that's a kind of tankers right there. Okay, that's one of them. Where is the other? Unless you're it? No, you're too short. No, not long enough cut. There it is. Alright. Nope, that's not what I need. I need this, please. Pull forward, notch one. And away these come. Okay, so yeah, we gotta do that one, that one. That cut goes to iron mine. I think most of this should be over here. Yeah, I think so. Green with a little bit of red. Oh, that has white though too. Unless the white is a separate cut. No, it's this one. Coal power plant. Then where is this one at? That one's somewhere else. I don't know where. We'll figure it all out here. See, I'm trying to search through my memory, and we don't have any container things over there. I don't think there's any container things there, so it must be here. I think. I don't think something's being mislabeled the wrong color, but could be? Alright. Come back this way, please. Break. Alright, there we go. Roll on back, and we need you to go over this way first. Because your first cut of cars is these guys right here. $29? Yep, 29. Perfect. Okay, so we're looking for 04. You're 54. Are you 04 then? No, you're 49. You're 49. There's a yellow cut back there, but I don't... Yeah, 04 isn't yellow, though. Strange. Yeah, I hit the brakes hard on that, but that was so we don't cause any damages while I'm off screwing around trying to find things. Yes, yes. Shh. I know you're excited. There we go. Alright, roll back gently, please. That didn't sound gently, but I knew it was. Alright. Here we go. Okay, I do think that was brake on. So, forward. So 29, and then we're going to go 08, which is on the other side of things. And then I need to find 04, wherever the heck 04 is. I really actually don't know where 04 is. Because 04 isn't in this yard over here. We've already confirmed that, yeah. Hmm. Unless O4 has, like, despawned or something? I don't think it would. I know we shoved some cars up that way pretty hard. Hold on. Is there just like... No, there's no boxcar, it's just up that way. Hmm. Strange. I may need to clean that job. Just to be able to see where the heck O4 is. I'll look around a little bit. But if O4 does not exist, I don't know what to do. Okay, brakes on. You change that one. Yep, to the right. And I need you all to be to the right. There we go. All right. And now every single one of those is to the right. Yep. Perfect. Brom, Treg, and Nove. Guess that's what we're looking for? Nova, Treg. Feels like we're looking for almost like a duplicate of the cut that we have over there. Because those are clearly yellow. Not you. Hmm. Oop, a little too much. Alright, you there. Crossed, think, doink. Doink. Okay, where is... Okay, you don't have your handbrake on, so it's gonna be the last guy. It does. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's off. Okay, so where is number 4 at? What am I missing? Yeah, there's clearly no, like, container cars here. We know that for a fact. The butter dish is something we need to grab. Get me through. I'm just wondering if they're cars that haven't despawned or something weird has happened to them. You're 72. We don't even have a 72 on us right now. You're 54. You're 49, so it's none of these in here. 63. It's actually this guy right here. Okay, with those, what yard is this? E yard. E yard is cleared. There is nothing in E yard. Oh, you know what? Right there, there it is. No wonder I couldn't remember where it was. It's right there. There it is, way over here. Alright. Pull forward. We have a load of cars over here to get. Alright. Problemo. Kinda solved. Okay, that's all correct. That's all correct. You're pulling forward. That's gonna take you a hot minute to get past the switch. Alright, now we just chill and wait. Also, in LEGO news, since you guys really want me to bring you along for instructions more often, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Probably won't be for every single model, but for a decent amount of them. Bring you guys along for the instruction process as well a little bit. But, yeah. I think that's kind of how the process will go, though. Any models, though, that are a little bit more involved, like need test building and all that jazz, probably won't bring you guys along with right now because I'm just not set up for that. My dream is to have an L-shaped disc and then have a camera on one side for doing test build with like a bunch of dwarves or something like that with like parts in it. So if I need to like test build something on stream, we can like switch cameras and do that. I think that would be pretty cool. Get that all set up one day. Alright, reverse, throttle, bring her back. Yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute to get over there. Man, I'm just so tired. I don't know what to talk about. Well, this is why I'm not more famous, is because I don't have good talking skills. I kind of probably kills my viewership. I'm just not good with conversation. I have been using this to practice, which I hope I've gotten at least better with time, but still though. Doesn't help when I'm tired though. When I'm tired I can't like think of like stories to talk about or something like that from like childhood. I guess one thing I could talk about is, even though I had a sister, I was very much still like a play mostly by myself person, always to myself. Whether it's whatever I was doing outside. Like I used to do things called mud, what I called as a child mud rivers, where I'd run the hose and run water and just eventually like carve out like rivers in like the sides of hills. Play around with that, making dams and using PVC. Well, let's admit my crimes. I stole from the farm, all weird offcuts of PVC. I would use those to make dams and other water features and try and control the way the rivers moved. And then just run the hose for like hours and hours and hours. Oh, break. Ooh, that hurt. 100%? 100%, okay. That was a little hard. But yeah, you do that most of the time outside. Or I'd run around and hack things with a stick, because that is what fun country boy things were. It's like, grew up out in the country. And by whack things with stick, it'd be mostly like the weeds and like the white stinky plants and stuff like that. And they're like bad guys and just hack at them. But then again, like later, I'd get into more Lego, so I'd be doing a lot of Lego inside too. And then after that, I got way more into video games. Once one of my friends introduced me to video games. One of my first consoles ever was the Game Boy, Pokemon Fire Red. Played that a lot. Like there was some other Game Boy games my parents got for me. Like there was like a Monster Jam one, there was like a Jimmy Neutron one, and I'm trying to remember what all I got. I got like Frogger's Adventures thing, which was actually kind of cool. And later I got the GameCube and enjoyed that very much. It's still one of like a really great console. Really enjoyed the GameCube. And yeah, once I got into video games though, I definitely became more of like addicted. Just constantly on them as much as I could. That or Lego. Actually, no, I still had a fair balance. Still had a fair balance where I do quite a bit of Lego still. It wasn't until later in life where I did video games like a lot more than Lego. But it seems like we're kind of coming full circle here, as I slowly expand my Lego collection here that I have, doing test builds and all that stuff. Like, definitely doing more Lego. So, kind of fun how it's coming full circle like that. Alright. Yeah, we need to go back into E-Yard and then collect the next set of containers, which is 54, 49. Agri limestone, that's probably over there too. 2 as well. Wait, what's the battery doing on this thing? Oh, we're like full. Oh, we're fine. You know what? What direction is this going anyways? On that end of things, is that gonna start running into the flat cars? Is this, if my face is going into the military base, and then that could cause problems. Let's see, I think we're gonna still fit for right now, but after we break here, I probably want to go double check that. Make sure we aren't like gonna hit those flat cars. Oh no, we are going to the right. Okay. So yeah, no, we won't hit those flat cars at all. Okay, that's good. I wanted to double check on that. Yeah, no, we are going to the right. Going to the right, and that is perfect. Okay, that makes me happy. Also, some of this is reset. We now have wound third GT26. Alright, let's go ahead and hit some switches here and get this reversing. Blink. There we go. Reverse, notch one. Break off. Okay, so should be over to the left again here. And we hit this last one. So yep, should be E2. That should be next 54. Yep, 54, then 49. 49's over here. Can I even see anything? Yeah, I can see it coming back. Slowly but surely. Be a long load of containers just like in the middle. And 81 is the gravel. It must be this guy right here. Yep. 81, 44 I know is over in G yard. Scrap metal I know is here. Yeah, it's coming. This one I think is right there. Yeah, that has to be it. And then this one's also here. All right. All right, for the next little dunk here. Go ahead and break. One more break. 4 is a perfect number. Doink. There we go. Yeah, we are still rolling back. There we go. That is all the way back there. Okay, so yeah, it does count orange as red. For whatever reason. Sure game. Because orange is on the red spectrum. But still. I would probably keep that as a separate color. Just so people aren't like running around looking for kind of like orange cars when their paper says red. Alright, and 49 is next, and then after that, oop. Yeah, 54, 49, that, and then 44 is the butter dish? Yeah, 44 is the butter dish. Still got a good few over here to pick up. Also, trying to think here, because we're gonna finish shunting together here pretty quickly, I think. So we're gonna want to get the other engines and all the DE2s sorted here pretty quick. Alright, there goes that. So yeah, we do have the signal boost still on. After this next couple cars, we're probably going to be getting down into the yellow or red here real fast. And again, maybe not, because it's getting pretty far away from me already, and it's not fading the signal quite so bad yet. Throttle off, brake on. There we go. Alright. And then reverse. And come down this way for your next cut of cars. All right. Yep, that's just slowly coming down this way. Okay, and then we got grab that next. Oh wow, that's bright. 49. So we're at the oil refinery, so next is the farm, and then it's all steel mill. And the one sawmill job. Must be getting pretty heavy now. DH4s aren't moving as quickly as they once were. I don't think it's that many ton. Just because it's not a huge amount of jobs like we've done previously. Alright, break off there. Okay, train brake. Thank you. Or notch one. Brake. Oh. Notch one, notch one, notch one, notch one, notch one, notch one. There we go. Little trouble. Alright, 81. I do believe you're 81, yep. Where are we in terms of, like, where my train is at? So maybe I want to cut in the GT26s for a little extra oof. I mean, we're right there. Alright, go ahead and break there. We'll see if we can't cut in the GT26s. I would think because we're remoted into these guys that the mod ones will cooperate. Possibly? If they don't, then... well, we might just have to get some DE6s here whenever we I spy one. Which is kind of rare. We don't always I spy the DE6s. Mostly the mods, the GT26s have like taken over completely. Alright, well, let's find out how these guys do. And the simplest test, I guess, will be to turn them on and just link them up to here. So yeah, you guys do have MU. Okay, slow down, so way down. That sounded ridiculously hard. Okay, there we go. They are MU'd together. So let's get in here and turn this on, shall we? Are the electronics not on? Lights are on. Oh, these ones all changed. Okay. Well, this girl is up and running now. What about you? Alright, let's get... oh, that's not how you get up in there. Thank you. Okay, I would like to turn on cab lights, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Does she give beans? Nope, I can't even use the throttle. Because you're a special little butterfly. Okay. Well, we won't use the GT26s then. Which is a bit of a disappointment. Yeah, because this one I have to... power? Wait, if I hit power, then will you go? Brake should be off. Oh wait, it must be handbrake that's on? Okay, that one's released its handbrake. Need to squeeze across to the other side here. What else is squeeze? What else is squealing with handbrake or brake? Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. That's enough. Yeah, okay, so I have to be in the cabs of these things to do the whole... So it kind of wants to do it, but not really, so I need to hit power off. B? Oh wait, if I hit B, does that do it? No. Okay, so then I have to hit power and then throttle. Also, what is braking right now? Shouldn't be anything that has brake on it right now. I feel like I'm always breaking a fuse when I turn that off. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're gonna use the GT26s. Just for the fact that I just need to be in them and like manage controls, that kind of just makes things a lot more painful than they need to be. Okay. Sneeze there again. Alright, 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 alright. Fuel cut off. Shut down, shut down, shut down. We're not gonna end up using you guys. We need to look for some DE6s then, if we want some more motive power. GT26s are neat, but they aren't super cooperative when you MU them together with something else. So, nope. Alright. Let's go ahead and forward that. Because I like to be able to just do everything here and not have to be in the locomotive. Alright. And bring it back, I guess. I can still move stuff around for right now. Not super concerned. But we might want to think about getting my DE2 friends here soon enough. There we go. Air in and air in. Yeah, it's still at 0%. It's fine. Alright. Forward. Brake off. Keep rolling forward because I don't know where you are currently. Like, have you pulled out enough yet? No, not even like any length of it yet. No. Still gonna be waiting a hot minute here for this to continue doing its thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot minute. Really need to get those DE2. I don't have that big a fuel tank though. See, that's the problem, is I just need more motive power, but like, don't really have it available to me. Is the British Steam here? That I know I can't control by remote. It would be all manual. It'd be fun to hook our train up to something else and then use British Steam. Yeah, we have the S282s to try and do a job. Alright, well, it's almost pulled out, and then we can hook it up to the ore thing, 81, and then we gotta go find the butter dish. Alright. And... break. Alright, and that should be more or less set for going down that way. Okay, reverse, throttle on, brake off. And start rolling and bringing me back. Time to get connecting this one. Yeah, we're almost done. Shunting and connecting stuff together too. So all we got is like the steel mill and then the sawmill. And then we're like good to go. Collect our DE2 and be on out of here. I need to make sure to have some DE2 on the end though. So, if we don't just do it on stream, probably off stream, I need to just shunt and reorganize all the numbers. That way we're all set and ready to go. We can have, I don't know, lowest numbers at the rear or something like that, and then bigger numbers at the front. So we don't even have that many of the low numbers. So we just need like 3 or 4 of the lower number ones at the rear, and that's good enough. Alright, go ahead and start slowing down a little bit here, because it takes a while to start slowing down. Oh, never mind. So it takes a while, but that was a lot more quicker than a while. Okay, drop me down to 4, thank you. Perfect. Alright, handbrake is right there, perfect. And pull forward. Time to go get the butter dish. And then we are straight back over to here after we get the butter dish. Because the lime green recycled cars are right there. There's the other one. What does that do? Makes you sleepy? I don't think that's what that does. So yeah, where's the other group of the recycle cars? Scrap cars. Ah, here they are. Why was that hidden? It was over there. Those aren't even like any much more shorter than these, I don't think. Yeah. Strange. So we need to grab that one first. Then you need to grab the tankers, and that guy, and then lastly we gotta pull way forward and grab the sawmill cut, and then we can be on out of here. You know what? I could probably give it a little bit more beans, couldn't I? There we go. I saw that started moving along a little more quicker. I guess we hitch a ride. Oop, let me on. No, let me on. It's like clay. Or like silt. Like clay or a silt. What is this supposed to be? Limestone. This doesn't really look like limestone. Unless the limestone is in like a fine powder mixed with like some water, so it's like more of like a muddy slush or something. Actually, wait, if that happened, this would be just an acid. I'm pretty sure if you mix at least dusted limestone into water, you get an acid. Or can get an acid. Right? Hold on, I need to double check that. Kind of. It just raises the pH. I thought it did a little bit more than that. Okay, we need to go over to G Yard, just over that way. Which is technically getting like towards the acid, but like not really. Alright, there we go. Reverse. And break off. Thought it did a bit more than that. Yeah, no, it's just raise pH stuff. Okay. Doesn't really do what I thought it did. Maybe that's another rock I'm thinking of. Still can be acidic though. So like if this was like muddy stuff, this would probably be eating at the metals pretty hard. Rusting away. These side dumps. Alright, and then I gotta prepare here. So that way we can quickly and easily just go in and get our butter dish cars. Yeah, what track are those on even? I think they're more towards the left side of things. I don't think they're straight through. So yeah, coming around this house here, I'm only gonna have a moment to react. Okay, we are set to go left. Left, and then it's like straight back, okay. Butter dish cars, come to me. Okay, and probably start hitting a little brake here. Oh, there we go. Get down. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Come on, get down in there. Cool. Takes care of that. Where the heck is the brake wheel? Oh, the brake wheel's right there. Solve. Nope, that's not brake. Brake's at the end. Annoyingly enough. Brake wheel is all the way down here. There we go, brakes off. And now we have our butter dish cars. It's funny that these are now chemical tankers when the real life ones I don't think were ever chemical tankers. I think they're always just milk cars. It's kind of funny shaped milk cars. Okay, now we got that. Now it's time to get steel mill stuff. Okay, I could probably give the DH4s a few more beans. It isn't that much more faster. It's still gonna take a hot minute for it to pull through. All right, there we go. Chill and wait again for this to move on forward. Actually, might not take too long. I know that's a long cut. I don't think it should take too long to get back here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and actually probably spend some time here to get this set up for the next coupling here, which is not that way anymore. It is this one right here. Oh, MTA fan, welcome. Yep, that one right there. Alright. Pull back here as soon as this is through the switch. Oh, yep, there's our butter dish cars. Sweet. Okay, maybe I said that we might be out of here soon, but it looks like it might be just a little bit more longer. Got 4 last more jobs. We're down to the final 4? Yeah, down to the final 4. 3 there, and then 1 that's annoyingly over there. Can you make it past the switch? The DH4s are on the hill now, and they're probably not enjoying it too much. Okay, brake on. Go ahead and reverse, throttle, and brake off. Come on. Back up a little faster than that. Gonna take all day. That speed. I mean, it's already like, what, day 2 of shunting? Day 2 of gathering things together? Alright, well, we are picking up a little speed now. Wonder if it has anything to do with the DH4s being on the hill. They have to be on the hill by now, I would think. Whenever I pull forward. Roll back. I think it's scrap metal, tankers, and scrap metal, if I am remembering correctly. Scrap metal, tankers, scrap metal. Yep, that is correct. Alright. Okay, we're going plenty fast enough so we can let that go. And just hit the brake when we get kind of close enough. I'm almost kind of fighting for my life here though, because like, my eyes are getting like so droopy. I have ruined my sleep schedule just a little bit. Okay. You know what? That was pretty smooth. Okay, you... Oh, I fell through, but hey, I heard those get connected. Perfect. You and you. Ta-da! Okay. And it's the rearmost one. Of course it is. Brake up. And pull forward. Okay, there we go. That's done. Oh, those are straps. I was like, what are these brown line things? Don't really look like they're connected to anything. That's just the straps that go up and over top of the mesh. Keep the metal pieces in. While this thing moves along. Alright. So next is the tankers, which are right here. And then the next one is not you. You. To get that little bit of scrap metal as well too. Okay, we can probably pull out a little bit faster than that. I'm gonna give you a few beans. DH4s are probably my favorite locomotive, being a diesel hydraulic. Got so much power. All right. It's almost there. Just need to all pass this switch right here. I'm gonna back up, grab the tankers, and then do this one more time to grab the scrap metal, and then we pull way forward to grab the last bit. Alright, there's those scrap metal cars. Okay, there we go. Brakes up. Okay, reverse, oop, throttle, reverse, throttle, and brake off. Looks like we're getting some daytime here. Nice. This definitely wouldn't be something great to stand on. Just because there is who knows what kind of sharp metal right underneath my feet. Need some thick soles. Probably steel toes as well too. Try and keep any punctures to a minimum. Or I guess just wear steel boots. Completely steel boots. Alright, buddy, come on. Now's not the time to fall asleep. We're trying to do some shunting. I need to get these last bits of cars, and then we're good. I just gotta make sure that later tonight or something I gotta gather up the E2s, fix those. And to do that, I think I gotta let my train roll back down this through here. Alright, throttle off. That was the most... That was ultra buttery smooth. This car didn't even feel a thing. Just immediate satisfaction. Alright. Forward, throttle, go. Takes forever for the air to do anything. I guess that's another problem with having these super long trains is it takes a while for the air to refilter back in. Okay, what even is in these argon? Yeah, he's just napping. That's all that warning sign is. Just breathe in argon, you take a nap. It's probably not really what it is, but don't be breathing in weird things. Not even air. Don't even breathe in air. Just stop, peace out, and cease to exist. kind of like the meme. Is that just me, or am I hearing like brakes somewhere? Maybe that's just like some of the background noises for this area. Some kind of like shop stuff. 91. SU is shunting. The FH makes sense. SU, I wonder why they didn't do SH for shunting instead of SU. Or I guess SO for shunting operation. Alright. One last cut over here. And it's a small one. I'm gonna go grab our sawmill empties. Few last cars here to pull through this switch up here. We're good. And a doink. And do that. Break. Alright, there we go. Probably give it another beam. Just speed up here a little bit more. That would be nice, just to keep going here a little bit more quicker. Yep, and we are already signals to get into this siding. Thank you, several minutes ago, me, for fixing that already. Because current me has already forgotten. Throttle off. And brake. Oop. Oop, that didn't work. Hold on. No! Get me on. Okay, I am somehow sitting here. Not gonna question it. There we go. We got it. Alright. Brake. And then it's probably the rearmost handbrake. Yep. Ta-da! Hey, come on. You gotta pick up a lot more speed than that. I don't think... You're probably constantly on the hill now. You definitely will be on the hill when I need to get this down the pole super far forward. This must be like just under tonnage for what those trains can handle on 2%. I think it's like 600 on 2%, something like that. So it's like 2,400 total is what they can do. What are we even doing here? See, that's probably my heaviest one at 500, so that's already... Actually, you know what combined... Oh, here we go. That's 1.3, yeah. DH4, yeah, 600 tons, so yeah, about 2.4 is what we're dealing with right now. Question is, can it pull up that hill? Because if not, we're going to pull out the DE2s. What is the current situation with the DE2s? I mean, it's pulling them up. It seems to be stopping. Wonder how bad those DH4s are screaming going up that hill. Because I don't think it ever reaches like 2%, but I think it does get to like 1%. Okay, what do we got number-wise here? 45, 18, that's a low one. 44, 79, 61, 90, 51, 95, 09, 36, 75, 6, 01, 10, 22, 69, 14, 3, and 2. Are you doing it, DH4s? I don't see them coming out the other side yet, but... seem to still be doing it. DH4s are very strong. That's for sure. We need to pull forward past that switch right there. It is basically what's keeping me from being able to grab what I need to grab. And if this train needs help here pretty quick afterwards, we need to make sure that we collect the jobs first before we head over. Get like another DH4 from in front of us or whatever. Oh, it's starting to can out. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and stop you. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and let this thing roll back down. I'll deal with the DE2s. Hopefully on my own tonight. I have some things to do, but hopefully we can do that. And then with the DE2s reorganized and whatever one's attached to the front and whatever one's attached to the rear, I should be able to then pull this train just fine up that hill and get the last cut of cars hooked on. Just gonna let this roll back for a while here. Yep, there she goes, rolling back at a little quicker pace. That's fine. Just let that go that way. Is it raining again? I don't think so. Quite a bit of a fog is picking up though. Okay, going 22. I think we can chill it with the speed a little bit. And the DH4 to come back around again. Still dealing with miles of container. Question, when will I stop seeing containers? Ah, there's tankers. Alright. Sweet. Anyways, yeah, so without further ado, I think I will go ahead and leave it off at that. Just let that kind of just continue rolling back. I'll try to deal with the DE2s, get those organized, and then can basically tomorrow, hopefully, claim our jobs. Or we'll hook onto the last job, then claim our jobs and be on out of here. So yeah, without further ado, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where in the world. Take care, and I shall see you all again next time. Bye-bye.